The TLDR answer for the title of this video is you reward them for it. That's it. This entire video summarized. We're all basically dogs, and the devs of these games give us little treats to incentivize us investing ourselves in their art. Thank you for watching. But really, almost every game I've ever played is terrible at this, and off the top of my head, I can only think of a few that accomplish this goal. We're going to talk about them. Metroid Prime is the first game that I experienced that had this effect on me. This is actually one of the reasons I believe Prime is so immersive with audiences. They literally have an entire gimmick dedicated to making reading fun. Soon as you step off the ship, boom! This thing activates this thing. Deep pressurization complete. Suddenly you're scanning everything. Before you know it, you're scanning creatures to find out their weaknesses and walls to find out what weapons can break them. It makes you feel smart, especially when the game doesn't give you the entire answer. According to my calculations, if I do this, it will make the enemy vulnerable. And that's exactly what happened. Now you know Talon 4's history. You didn't need a cinematic masterpiece to understand why this thing needed to die. And then you have games like Destiny. Why? Why would I read any of this? Does it help at all? I know all of this is flavor, which is good, but I shouldn't need to read books to understand the bare minimum here. What is the veil? Why do I have to stop the witness from going full witness mode? What is happening? One of my favorite examples of how Destiny does it wrong is one where a streamer known as Bagel4K delved into the lore of the game with the Destiny community to do something that took countless hours. When he finally achieved the thing in the lore book, all that happened was some of the devs coming forward and saying, "Outstanding move." Yeah. That's it. Beyond Good and Evil is another example of a game that gets you excited about its lore. In order to progress, you have to take pictures of creatures for scientists. The more pictures you turn in, the more currency you get, which you spend at... And these pictures you take always come with the species name and sometimes a blurb of sorts. It did enough to get you invested, and it made you look forward to spotting new things. Some games only half-heartedly embrace this formula, such as Dead Space, the infamous cut off the limbs writing on the wall. Ooh. But beyond that, the rest of the audio and video logs are kind of useless. And what I mean by that is they don't reward your gameplay experience. And at this point in the video, I'm sure at least one of you are thinking, this guy must have the attention span of a carrot if he doesn't care about the story. And you'd be right, I'm pretty dumb. Elden Ring is another example of a game that did this, but only once that I can remember. In the game, everything you get has a lore entry you can read, and one of the first summons you get included the following. Prone to tears, the jellyfish girl searches for her distant home. It seems her name is Aurelia. Near the end of the game, if you remembered reading that from the beginning of the game, you get access to a cool new magic spell via reuniting your jellyfish friend with its sibling. Sometimes, you don't need a cinematic masterpiece for a player to understand and invest themselves. Speaking of, man, do I hate those quick time events that ultimately don't matter if you press a button or not. Imagine you're watching a movie and the movie pauses itself to ask, "Are you still there?" That's what this poopy stuff feels like. This is poopy pants. Poop. Anyway, I'm getting off subject now. Let's just go ahead and end the video. Thanks for watching and all that. I don't really even know what this video was about. What are we talking? Reading? That's what we were talking about? Or you can watch one of these other videos that I'm sure just popped up on the screen. Or not. Maybe I haven't set that up yet. Later.